Hello everybody, Alex here. Welcome to my finance and accounting education channel. Today we are going to talk about the month of April. So what happened in the financial markets, namely on the stock exchanges. April is gone and it was a very crazy month. So far the craziest in 2022 and one of the worst since 2008, I think. But before we jump right in, I'm going to ask you to subscribe to my channel, to hit the bell notification button, and you will never miss an update on my site. I do them quite regularly these days. You should expect new and hopefully interesting videos from me on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays as well. It doesn't, just as a reminder, it doesn't cost you anything and it will help me a lot. That being out of the way, so let's go inside. We have the April 2022 negative trends, and it's another bad month, but actually the worst in 2022 so far. Just giving you the global context. I mean, not many things changed since February, March. Inflation remains a problem, so it doesn't seem to be tamed down. We still have supply chain and logistics problems in place, but somehow the focus has moved from the, let's say, the overseas and air transportation and so on logistical problems to the ones which are caused by the lockdowns in China. Mainly they have this zero COVID policy and they are shutting down areas or even very large cities like Shanghai, and yeah, of course the production stops and nothing can be produced there or leave the facilities and so on and so forth. Then there are serious concerns, and I think, let's just say that it's one of the major factors that gave us this very bad month in terms of performance on the stock exchanges, is that the economic growth and employment might fall due to these various conditions which are simultaneous. The zero COVID policy in China, the war in Ukraine, the impact in fuel prices, which is still keeping the inflation at a quite high level, and yeah, the fear that exactly the intervention to contain inflation from the central banks of the interventions will affect the economic environments of the businesses very much. Yeah, energy prices are growing. It's somehow related, of course, with the fuel, and they are all in the same basket of products. Yeah, we've seen some announcements. We know theoretically that the Fed is going to increase maybe by 0.5% the interest rates yet, now in May, but I wouldn't bet on it. I mean, I wouldn't say 100% is for sure, because I see a lot of talking and not that much action, actually, just because of these fears. And the European Central Bank has said that it's going to stop buying bonds and so on and so forth. So there is like a tapering also in Europe, but not much, not many discussions, or not clear what they're going to do with the interest rates. Except China, where they have this zero COVID, and they have it seems that they really have a problem with the Omicron waves. The pandemic is overall around the world quite out of the lives of people, especially with traveling. Fewer and fewer countries are having complex conditions in order for you to travel there, and so on and so forth. And yeah, then we have the war in Ukraine, which is already lasting that started on the end of February, March, April, so we are already after two months of war, or the end of January actually, and we don't know where it's going, and it's still affecting especially Europe from economic point of view. The winners and the losers, okay, so this is also not that much changed. If you sold when you were in red, you just accept it, and you have taken the losses, you've made them into reality. If you didn't sold, congratulations, you have very strong nerves. The markets will turn back eventually. And if you had available cash and you could buy some more during these times, I mean, like after almost 9% losses on S&P 500. I think this might be the best moment to buy shares right now. So we have the indexes, just as I have said, minus 8.80 on S&P 500. What was very interesting this month is that on 29th, so the pre-last day of the month, it looked like there will be a comeback at the end of the month, but then it went back down, which was quite disappointing. Dow Jones Industrial Average also with a serious minus 4.91, so almost minus 5%. Yeah, also not a very good result. Then we have the NASDAQ Composite minus 13.26. This is actually worse than the S&P 500. Yeah, just remember on NASDAQ there are a lot of tech companies, a lot of medium, small caps, a lot of IPOs are happening on NASDAQ and so on and so forth. So it's somehow expected to be more volatile than the S&P 500, which is mainly comprises large caps. Then we have the, oops, it seems I clipped it wrongfully, but trust me, this is the DAX. Somehow the European markets are not that volatile, so it seems that on the United States markets, so on NASDAQ and on New York Stock Exchange, you can do a lot of money, but you can also lose a lot of money. The European stock exchanges are a little bit settled down and not that crazy. And you see that the turning back on the DAX, on the German stock exchange, from the last days actually was real, so it didn't turn back into losses in the last day. And DAX lost only 2.20%. Then you actually have the FTSE 100, which is the London Stock Exchange, which actually was in the positive territory this month, which is quite surprising and quite good. Let's just see that, and we will have the next episode of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I'm linking right now the first one. Basically in that one I'm tracking my own investments, and since the last update, besides owning a real estate investment trust, which is called Aroundtown in UK, no, that's from Germany, sorry, it's called Derwent. I have also acquired some other stocks which are listed on London Stock Exchange, and we will see in the second episode, because I just linked to the prologue. In the second episode we will see exactly what I have acquired and why. And the CAC 40, this is the Paris Stock Exchange also, and you see also the recovery trend at the end of the month in the European markets was real, and it stayed there till the last day. And the CAC went down with only 1.89%, so it seems that the real volatility is mostly in the United States. So whether it is in the S&P 500 or on the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index or in the NASDAQ Composite, Europe seems to be more stable. There are some slight revisions to the numbers here, mostly methodological, but after my portfolio performed, so actually had underperformed or had a negative performance of 2.62% in January, in February minus 3.88%. In March it seemed like there is some turnaround with 3.79%, and in April I took a beating of 8.99%, which is quite interesting because I'm trying to somehow reduce my exposure to the United States, but it seems that the titles that I had in the other parts of the world, but mostly because of the tech exposure in the United States and the fact that some of the shares that I own, although the companies are not in the United States, they are still listed in the United States. For example, TSMC. It seems that my relevant index performance is the is mostly the S&P 500 actually. I didn't do as bad as the NASDAQ composite, but I was also far from the less negative performances in the European markets. That was all for today about the performances in April on the stock markets. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what will happen in May. The situation remains, let's just say that the things which are happening are not that bad, but there is a lot of uncertainty from way too many directions. And I think, honestly, I think that at some point the money will come back in the market. I mean, there are no other alternatives, and yeah, just hold on tight, profit from these very cheap shares. I'm trying to profit as much as I can. Of course, I also have limited resources. If you are interested in a company or several companies which you were you intended to invest in the past, or you want to invest in the future, maybe now is the best time to do it, because for sure the prices are discounted, and you know, we like to buy cheap and to sell expensive. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment in the comment section if you have something to add about this topic. Share it with somebody that might be interested about the performance of stock exchanges in April 2022. But most importantly, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it will help me a lot. Also, when you hit the bell notification button, you will never miss an update on my site. I do them quite regularly these days on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. You should expect new and hopefully interesting videos from me. Below this video you have links. You can trade there, so you can create an eToro account and you can trade there without a commission or a fee. Shares if you do it with your own money, CFDs if you are trading leveraged, but it doesn't really matter. And no matter how often you are trading, like very often or once per year, not paying a commission or a fee is always a savings or benefit for you. I have also recently started using, I was just affiliated by eToro. I have started using also their brokerage service. So far I'm okay with it, but we will talk more in detail in the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire series about this. Also below that link you have another one with an Amazon wishlist with hardware and software items which can help me improve the quality of my videos, which in turn will help you because you will also get better videos from it. But let's just be honest and say that from financial perspective, that Amazon wishlist is the most inconvenient for you. The easiest way to support me remains subscribing to my channel, and which doesn't cost you a thing. And hitting the bell notification button, and of course not missing any updates from me. My name is Alex Petrescu. Once again, this is my finance and accounting education channel. I thank you today for your time and patience. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to presenting it to you with the next opportunity. Goodbye!